Hi, I'm the PC expert amateur, and I'm going to share with you a fan that I've been trying to get something from them for a while, and this one went on sale. In retrospect, I wish I hadn't bought it. It turns out to be discontinued, and that's probably why it was so cheap. But let's go ahead and compare it to the Noctua NF812 by 25. This is the, well, on Amazon, it was marked as the Fan12 from AABCooling, which is a Polish company, but they have their products manufactured in China, as most companies unfortunately do, or fortunately do, depending on your perspective. And it's no longer on the website. I couldn't find it at all. I searched for Fan12, came up with other stuff. This is there's Silent Fan 12, there's Super Silent Fan 12, but this economy one with full XD doesn't exist on the website anymore. It also has Fan 6 on this very beautiful bag, Fan 006, sorry, but that's not on there either. I searched for the UPC and it came up with some kind of flange or something like that, so that didn't help. The only things that this fan comes with are screws and that little sticker. So, you know, it's a no frills fan, and you can't even get it on Amazon anymore because they sold out. And yeah, so you live and you learn, right? But let's find out if it's any good. Now, since this is a Molex fan, I can't use my nice Copol fan controller from EN Labs, so I'll have to kind of maneuver things around so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So hold on a second. Oh, I forgot to mention, there are no cushions on the corners, and it's only got 7 blades. It's a little bit awkward, but it's going to have to do. This only has 1 speed because it's a DC fan with 2 pins, 2 wires, whatever you want to call it, although they claim it's a 4-pin at one point in the page and 3-pin at another point. The only point at which it's a 4-pin is when between the 2 Molex pieces. It's not a 4-pin. 2. That's all there is. And as you can tell, it's fairly loud. It doesn't have much in the way of pitches that I can detect anyways. It's got pretty good static pressure, I would say. So let's compare it to the Noctua. Can't really hear the Noctua yet. Let's make it a bit more fair here. Oh, there it is. Now it's starting to catch up. Okay, so it's the Noctua is loud, but it's not as loud as this fan. Now this fan doesn't have the high-pitched noise of the Noctua, though. It's got a lower tone to it. So, you know, it depends, I guess, on what kind of tones you can tolerate and what you can't. Let's go ahead and turn off the AAB, which is going to require some gymnastics. But I did it. So now you can hear the difference as best as I can help you with that. Given I don't have an extension for this, unfortunately. So yeah, let me turn this off. This is my Copol fan controller from EN Labs, whatever. How are you supposed to say it? All right, let's get back to the. There we go. Actually, I don't like it like that because I don't want it to fall off. Well, I'll just flip it around here. Okay, so now you've got a feel for what the sound differences are between the AABCooling fan, which is a Polish fan, versus the Noctua. Let's go ahead and continue with the statistical section. If you don't mind, please help me build my channel so that I can get some help and buy other products and get better testing equipment. And maybe someday a dedicated room rather than doing it in here. That would be awfully nice if you could help me out with that. Let's like, subscribe, and share if you don't mind. Thanks. Okay, so, whoops, that's the wrong one. Here's the AABCooling, or the company name is AAB Armanowski SPJ. So it's from the Economy series, Cooling Fan 12, Fan 006. The closest I could find was, I think it was like an 80 millimeter fan that was Fan 8 or something like that. But of course it wouldn't have the same specifications as this fan does. So it's black on black, and it costs $7 and some change, which is very, very appropriately priced, I think, given the what it does and doesn't do. It has got the same certifications as Noctua's NFA 12x25, which is CE and ROHS. It's made in China versus Taiwan. Same standard specifications for the dimensions, 120x25. 3-month warranty. Woohoo! No LEDs, of course. 120 grams, which is versus the 200 grams of the Noctua. Now, do keep in mind the Noctua does have a 150,000 hour expected lifespan, in excess of that, actually, in a 6-year warranty. 7 blades versus 9. Standard mounting hole spacing. 2,000 RPMs, which is, sorry, for the minimum, and 2,000 for the maximum, because that's all it's offered, and that's the same as the Noctua. It has a 10% variance like the Noctua. The airflow is 67.69, or you can round it up to 68. And I don't know what the static pressure is, but I would say it's decent. It's not a wimpy fan in that respect. 25 decibels. I think that is not entirely accurate. I think it's a few decibels higher than that, but we'll see. Power cable is 33 centimeters with a daisy chaining for MolXD, and it is a 2-pin DC with and I forgot to add Molex D that actually has all 4 pins and all 4 wires going between the daisy chaining. It's a fluid dynamic bearing, so in theory, it could be 40,000 hours, it could be 80,000 hours, it could be 100,000 hours. We don't know. 12 volts. 3 watts and 0.25 amps. Now, keep in mind that the Noctua has the SSO2, which is a fantastic fluid dynamic bearing, and is PWM. So this isn't entirely an apples-to-apples comparison when you're looking at a 2-pin versus a PWM. However, we can make some comparisons and draw some conclusions. It has 0.25 amps, so it's consuming more than double the watts of the Noctua and more than double the amps of the Noctua. And of course, nothing to do with ARGB. It has no indicators for flow and rotation. It's a clockwise rotating fan, though. It only comes with 4 screws, nothing else. Whereas the Noctua comes with 4 screws, 4 rubber pins, a rubber gasket, corner cushion, a low noise adapter, a 2-way splitter, and a 30 centimeter extension cord. I think that's pretty much it. That's a lot. Of course, we are talking about something that's more than 4 times cheaper than the Noctua. So, I guess, 4.5 times, I think, actually. So I guess, if you want something really cheap, you could also look into you have 3-pin and I think even PWM fans available on their website. Let's just take a quick peek at some of the 120 millimeter fans that they've got here. Unfortunately, there's no way to search for PWM, but you can see this one's PWM right here, Silent Jet Fan 12 PWM, and Super Silent Fan 12 PWM, and that's it. And the rest of them are either 3-pin or Molex. I'm guessing that this LED one is hopefully a 3-pin. Yeah. So you could look into those. They are hopefully going to be reasonably priced. Let's just take a look at one of them. We'll go for this Super Silent Fan 12. Not very much information, but it does say 100,000 hours. So that is suggestive that maybe it is a good quality fluid dynamic bearing. Sorry, I had a brain fart. And it doesn't indicate any static pressure, but it does seem to be fairly quiet at 10 to 19 decibels. And yeah, let's take a look at another one, see if we can get a kind of a feel for how long these are expected to last. We will go for this one. And that's 100,000 hours. Both of these are giving a 24-month guarantee, so I'm surprised that the economy one is only 3 months, or at least I think it's 3 months. But yeah, one more, shall we? Let's do this silent one over here. Yeah, this one. 24 months and 100,000 hours. So I'm just going to assume then that this one also has 100,000 hours for the duration, or the lifespan, I guess it would be better on this fan. But I am kind of guessing here, since the economy is not listed on here. Oh no. Let's try it. Let's try going to 80 millimeter. Okay, we'll just take a look at this 80 millimeter here. It's the same series. Warranty 3 months. And it doesn't have any indication of how long it'll last. So that means that no, it is not equivalent to the other one. So I should not do that 100,000 hours. It's probably like a rifle or a sleeve bearing, maybe 40,000 if you're lucky, 80,000, but I doubt it. So that's pretty much it. I don't think that unless you're like trying to save a lot of money and you need a short-term solution, I don't think this is a good buy, although it does have fairly decent static pressure. And the airflow is more than, well, it's not half. It's more than half the airflow of the Noctua at 1/4 the price. So not too horrible of a deal, but I would prefer to see an AAB. This is the one that here it is. This is the one I bought on Amazon. No longer available. And we can just take a quick look here. We can see that if we were to go for the Black Silent here, it's 115.5, which is basically the same as what I've got. And then we've got, this one has pretty low. All of these are low except for this one over here, the Jet Fan 12. So let's take a look at that real quickly just to kind of get a feel for, oh, that's really actually very cheap. If I weren't boycotting Amazon right now, I would actually go ahead and purchase this one so that I could take a look at it, how it works, and if it's any good or not. But yeah, that's basically all there is to say.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.